Okay, primary sevens. So another method that we can use when multiplying is we can use the partitioning method. Okay? So some of you might be familiar with this already. What we're going to do is partition the numbers out. So we have 30 and 2, and we just have 7 units, so we can't partition 7 out any further. And then what we're going to do is multiply every partitioned number by the next digit, okay? So we're going to do 30 times by 7 and 2 times by 7, okay? So 30 times by 7 is 210, and 2 times by 7 is 14. Now we can't just leave it like this, we need to add them together. So we're going to do a chimney sum, okay, to find our answer. So 0 plus 4 is 4, and 1 plus 1 is 2, and 2 plus 0 is 2. So the answer to 32 times by 7 is 224. Now when you're adding them together in your chimney sum, you need to make sure that your units, tens, hundreds, or if you have a bigger number with thousands or 100,000s, all line up, because it can be easy at this step to make a small mistake. So we need to make sure that your units and your tens and your hundreds are all lined up in the correct column. Okay? Let's have another go with another example. Okay, so now we're going to have another go with another example. So we've got 26 times by 4, so we're going to partition this again into 20 and 6, and then times by 4. And remember, each of these has to times together, multiply together. So we've got 20 times by 4, and we've got 6 times by 4. Okay, so 20 times by 4 is 80, and 6 times by 4 is 24. Made sure that all of our digits are lined up correctly, so our units are in our units column and our tens are in our tens column. 0 plus 4 is 4, 8 plus 2 is 10, so we're going to put the 0 and then the 10 as we would normally. Okay, now let's try it to see what happens when you've got 2 digits times 2 digits. So we're going to use the same steps, and we're going to partition each number out. Okay, so this time we're going to go 30 times by 20 and 30 times by 7. And then 2 times by 20 and 2 times by 7. Okay, so 30 times by 20, 3 times by 2 is 6, 600, and 30 times by 7 is 210. Now 2 times by 20 is 40, and 2 times by 7 is 14. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add all of this together. So it's really important that we make sure that these are lined up in the correct columns. So we've got 4 units in the units column, and we've got 1 plus 4 plus 1 in the tens column, and in the hundreds column we've got 6 plus 2. Now, if we double check our answers from before, we will see that 864 should be the answer, and the answer is 864. So what we need to remember is that if you partition, or if you use the lattice method, or if you use the next method that I'm going to talk about, it's all valid reasons, and the important thing is doing the method that works for you, picking the one that you feel confident about, and it doesn't matter if your best friend uses this method and you use this method, and then maybe Mrs. Marsters uses this method, but Mrs. Allen uses this method. It's what works for you, okay? Right, I'll see you in the next video.